KTM's own leadership just admitted in writing that they damaged their own brand with overproduction and quality problems. Not a rumor, not a forum theory. Their own board members said it. And in the last 12 months, the KTM 390 platform has been hit with multiple federal recalls across recent model years, including one where the engine can stall at low RPM, which could become dangerous while turning or slowing in traffic. That is the company you are buying into right now. Today, you are getting the full mechanics verdict. 4 KTM bikes I would walk away from in 2026. 6 that will earn every mile you put on them. No brand loyalty, no dealer talking points, just what the recalls, the data, and the owners who actually live with these machines are saying. Here's the full picture behind that opening claim. The company lost over 172 million euros in one 6-month stretch. They halted factory production entirely. They went through major layoffs and restructuring. KTM is still standing in 2026, kept alive by a cash injection from Bajaj. But parts delays were a real documented problem for American riders throughout 2024 and into early 2025. And if you ride far from a dealer, that is not a minor detail. That context matters for every single bike on this list. The LC8C Parallel Twin is one of the most exciting middleweight engines ever built. It is also an engine with repeated owner-reported oil and coolant leak patterns. Here's what I mean. The valve cover gasket is a repeatedly reported weak point on the LC8C platform. Owners and mechanics commonly point to the half-moon sealing areas where sealant is used as a recurring leak point. Under normal heat cycling and oil pressure, that silicone breaks down. Owners on the 790 Duke forum report this starting from 14,000 to 20,000 kilometers. Multiple independent owners, not one guy having a bad day. The 2018 to 2020 790 also has a thermostat housing with no dedicated gasket. Tiny debris infiltrates the gap between the oval housing and the round hose over time. It starts weeping coolant, something the factory never fixed on the production line. Then there is cam lobe wear. From 20,000 to 30,000 kilometers, some LC8C engines show premature cam lobe wear. When they fail, it is not a quick fix. Owners on ADV Rider report multi-thousand-dollar repairs with significant parts wait times, especially brutal during KTM's crisis years. One KTM forums member put it perfectly. I just don't get how KTM can have the engineering skills to design exciting performance bikes, but yet they cannot seem to figure out how to keep the fluids inside the engine. Great bike to ride, bad bike to trust. This is the bike I mentioned at the very top. Across late 2025 and early 2026, recent 390 family KTM models were covered by multiple NHTSA recalls. Recall 1, NHTSA 25 V825. The ECU software recall covers 2024 to 2026 390 Duke and 2025 to 2026 390 Enduro R, 390 SMCR, 390 Adventure R, and 390 Adventure X models, because the engine can stall at low RPM. 6,546 units affected, 100% of USA production. KTM's own investigation started in July 2025 after a customer reported sudden loss of power while riding. You know what happens when a motorcycle stalls mid-corner in traffic? That's not a software inconvenience. That's a crash scenario. Recall 2, NHTSA 25V740. The fuel cap gasket on 2024 models came from a supplier batch with cracked seals, around 5,500 bikes in the USA. A cracked fuel cap seal is a fire hazard. Recall 3, the ride-by-wire e-throttle. Water can enter the e-throttle control unit and cause it to fail, resulting in loss of drive power while riding. This recall started on 2022 to 2024 390 adventures, then KTM expanded it in 2026 to cover certain 2022 to 2023. 390 Duke and 2022 to 2024 RC390 motorcycles. Nearly 8,000 North American bikes. The fix is a full unit replacement, and KTM confirmed production did not get the corrected part until after May 2024. Before buying any recent 390 family KTM, run the VIN through NHTSA or KTM and confirm all applicable recalls are completed. If the seller cannot produce it, that is your answer. $20,000. That is what Americans were paying for a 2022 KTM 1290 Super Adventure. And within the first 1,000 miles, multiple owners found puddles of coolant under their brand new bikes. Here's what happened. One forum poster, identifying as a KTM dealer technician, attributed the leak to a water pump cover casting issue. The coolant leaks from around the water pump housing. Some coolant repairs require significant body work and fuel tank removal because of the 1290's packaging. You are not tightening a clamp. You are stripping the top half of a $20,000 bike. A motorcycle news journalist running a 1290 Super Adventure R long-term test suffered a split O-ring on the water pump casing mid-tour. Dead bike. Workshop call. Bodywork stripped to reach a $3 rubber ring on a $20,000 motorcycle. NHTSA recall. Number 22 V900 hit 2020 to 2022. 1290 Super Duke R models for wiring harness routing defects. 1,041 units in the United States. Key fob failures, TFT resets, fuel pump issues, all documented patterns on the platform. The 2023 update fixed real problems. The 2021 and 2022 models did not get that chance. The 1290 Super Duke R is one of the greatest motorcycles ever built. The LC8 V-twin is genuinely legendary. I am not disputing that. But here's the community verdict from KTM forums, and this is not one frustrated owner. This is the consensus. Worth it? If you can afford it. Reliable? No, there are often issues. Spending a lot of money for the bike will not ensure reliability. The earlier 1290 Super Duke R generations carry repeated owner-reported electronic concerns. Reported issues include ride-by-wire faults, switchgear failures, exhaust servo faults, keyless system glitches, and TFT problems on equipped models. And when the TFT fails on a bike with keyless ignition, you are not going anywhere. The real risk is not just the failures, it is what happens after. There are fewer KTM dealers in the United States than Honda, Yamaha, or Kawasaki dealers. If the nearest authorized dealer is 70 miles away and you need proprietary software to read the fault codes, you are trailering your bike. One owner said it exactly, "I wasted a lot of time in gas trailering my Duke to and from the dealer." That is the real cost of owning one of these out of warranty. It is not the repair bill. It is the truck rental, the lost weekend, the wait for a part that may or may not be on a shelf depending on how KTM's supply chain is doing that month. One of the best engines in motorcycling, wrapped in electronics that can leave you stranded. If you are finding this useful, hit subscribe. I do honest deep dives on motorcycles every single week. No dealer talking points, no brand sponsorships, just what the evidence actually says. Now let's flip this around. Here's what nobody talks about when the KTM reliability debate starts up. While the street bike crowd is on the forums arguing about valve cover gaskets and thermostat housing castings, the 500XF owners are just riding. This engine's lineage runs directly through Dakar Rally winning race bikes. Single-cylinder, DOHC, liquid-cooled, built to be destroyed by professional off-road racers and put back together the next morning. Dirt Bike Magazine tested the 2024 model and called it the most desired and talked about dual sport bike on the market, measurably improved over an already dominant generation. Box stock, it produces over 40 horsepower, delivered through torque rather than screaming revs. Power you're not fighting. One long-term owner, after 25,000 kilometers of demanding adventure riding, said, "It has never let me down, it starts well, it runs well, and it rides well." One honest caveat: it is a race-derived single, and the maintenance intervals reflect that. Valve checks and oil changes come around faster than a Japanese street bike. Ignore the service schedule and you'll pay for it. This is the most reliable KTM on the market. Full stop. The 890 Adventure R belongs here, but model year matters. The 2021 and 2022 bikes had owner-reported issues including rear shock heat from the catalytic converter, screen fogging, and warranty niggles. The 2023 update addressed those directly. From 2023 onward, Motorcycle News describes the 890 Adventure R as a machine that proved to be largely reliable, no matter what owners have thrown at it. A USA owner on the 790 Duke forum put 30,000 miles on a 2021 890R with zero mechanical problems. His only complaint was tire wear. That is the kind of complaint you want to hear about a bike, not coolant on the garage floor. Owner reports suggest the LC8C may fare better in adventure touring use than in harder street or track style use, but that is not official reliability data. At lower sustained RPM, a more relaxed pace and less abuse at redline, the engine seems to genuinely thrive in that environment. It is the same hardware that struggles in the Duke. Different job, different result. Honest caveat: the cam lobe concern that exists on the Duke platform technically applies here too. Do not skip the valve check. Buy used with full service history only, and walk away from anything without paperwork. The best all-around KTM for real-world adventure riding. This is the one. The 690 Duke is not in KTM's 2026 USA lineup as a new model. This is a used market pick, and it is a strong one. The LC4 single-cylinder has a long, well-documented track record. Most of the failure stories involve one thing: the owner forgetting to check the oil level. The engine uses some oil. That's a characteristic, not a defect. A long-term owner who ran a 690 Duke on a 4,300-mile trip to Norway and back reported nothing beyond routine maintenance across 17,000 miles plus. Single-cylinder means fewer moving parts. Fewer moving parts means fewer things to fail. The failure modes are well documented, affordable to fix, and diagnosable without proprietary dealer software. This is a bike you can work on in your own garage. Caveat: vibration is real. High-speed motorway riding is tiring. It is not a touring machine, but on winding roads at legal speeds, multiple long-term owners call it the most fun they've ever had on any motorcycle at any price. Priced under $5,000, it offers a mechanical track record you can actually trust. Earlier, I told you to walk away from the 2024 to 2025 3990 Duke without confirmed recall paperwork. The 2017 to 2023 generation, before the new 399 cubic centimeter engine and all its growing pains, is a different conversation entirely. One 2022 390 Duke owner on the 790 Duke forum described it as completely problem-free, beyond a brake light relay issue in heavy rain. That tracks with what the community shows consistently. The 390 platform, built before 2024, has a genuinely clean track record compared to most KTM street bikes. The single-cylinder engine is Bajaj built in India, under joint development with KTM engineers. Not glamorous, consistent. Parts are widely available. The cam chain tensioner bears watching, and many owners swap in a manual adjuster as a precaution, but that is a maintenance consideration, not a catastrophic failure waiting to happen. Depending on year and market, used 390 Dukes can offer ABS, Supermoto, ABS, and a TFT display. Newer 399 cubic centimeter models add more electronics, such as ride modes. You get that in a package that weighs almost nothing and costs almost nothing to run. For newer riders and commuters, this is the KTM that doesn't punish you for entering the brand. Every problem I described about the 790 and 890 Duke platform applies here. Valve cover gasket, thermostat weeping, Cam lobe wear at high miles. I am not pretending otherwise, but the data also shows this. The owners with the fewest problems are the most engaged ones. The USA rider who hit 30,000 miles with zero issues. The owner at 10,000 miles with only an initial countershaft seal fixed under warranty. This engine rewards the rider who treats it like a partner, not an appliance. 121 horsepower from 889 cubic centimeters. WP suspension. Brembo brakes. One reviewer called it a machine that pulls like hell in the mid-range and creates a massive grin. Caveat: if you are not mechanically engaged, buy a Yamaha MT-09 and be happy. But if you want the most rewarding KTM street bike on the used market under $10,000 and you will maintain it like a racer, nothing touches it. This is the KTM for riders who want to be involved, not just along for the ride. This is the best KTM you can buy in 2026, with one condition: 1,350 cubic centimeters LC8 V-twin, 190 horsepower, 107 pound-feet of torque, WP semi-active suspension that reads the road and adjusts in real time, 5 ride modes, aerodynamic winglets, USA MSRP $22,149. In every press test from motorcyclist to motorcycle.com, this motorcycle is extraordinary. The condition: you buy it new with the full KTM warranty, now up to 4 years, when you service it at an authorized dealer. Valid on bikes sold from February 2025 forward. Here's why the condition matters. The 1390 carries the complexity of the LC8 lineage, the same family with electrical gremlins and wiring harness recalls on earlier generations. The new camshift technology has not yet accumulated enough real-world miles for a long-term verdict. We simply do not know what this engine looks like at 30,000 miles yet. Inside that 4-year warranty window, with a now stabilized KTM backed by Bajaj, the community verdict on the platform says it best. The 1290 remains one of the all-time motors ever bolted to a motorcycle, and its limits are very, very high. The 1390 takes everything further. Buy it new. Keep the warranty active. That is the only way this bike belongs on the best list. KTM's own management admitted they damaged this brand with overproduction and quality problems. They weren't wrong. The orange paint doesn't protect you. The badge doesn't protect you. Knowing the specific bike, the specific year, and the specific recall history in front of you, that's what protects you. Subscribe. I break down bikes worth buying every single week.